After the war, most countries
still need to recover
them.
The EAF wants to come back, so it expands back into Nigeria and Ethiopia. They help Euroko to reform as well. India's new territory splits up because of culture differences. Scotland, Iceland and the
Baltics join Scandinavia. Brazil and Nigeria release their new
territories because it is useless. So do EU because it is not in Europe.
The new countries' names are Nixu, Kunada and Lugavazia. ASEAN unites because they can get rich joined.
Mauritania has a civil war and breaks up.
Its territories are taken by surrounding countries.
Algeria gets a bad leader and starts attacking places. However, they push back. Qatar and Saudi Arabia buy lots
Of other small countries. The Central American Republic is reformed.
South Africa wants to be independent,
so Canzuk reluctantly lets it be. Citizens rebel in North Asia to be
independent from Canzuk as well. Australia and New Zealand take advantage of the
situation and declare independence too. Now only 3 countries are left in Canzuk.
It changes its flag and name to
Nixu,
USCA
Kunada and Lugavazia.
joined to become Vazuenoor. Mars is made habitable. Mission started in
2065, so is split between powerful countries. Nigeria gets overpopulated again
and invades nearby countries, except Brazil steps in. Nigeria loses lots of
territories and surrenders.
But Brazil spent too much money fighting Nigeria, so the country breaks apart. Antarctica finally becomes independent. After the Nigeria breakup, many
African nations are low on money.
Saudi Arabia and Qatar offer to buy them,
and the desperate leaders agree.
Texas then gets the idea
to buy part of Mexico.
So California does too.
Not much of Mexico is left, so it surrenders
and is given to Texas and California.
Florida buys the Central American Republic. It then buys most Caribbean countries.
California buys the sea air.
And Florida buys Guyana.
California buys the Caribbean. And Saudi Arabia buys Somalia.
Qatar buys all of Stanistan. Then California buys Chile and
Florida buys South Venezuela.
However, Chileans and Picoic rebel against California.
Florida is pushed back to
California and Florida split Texas. And Stanistan kicks out Qatar. Vazuenoor spreads propaganda for a
new ideology into small nearby countries. They adopt it and change their flags. Then they merge with Vazuenoor.
Then Vazuenoor tries to spread propaganda in Russia, but it fails, so they hack Russia's
war robots to turn against them.
On Mars, the territories rebel and form as one nation. Vazuenoor spreads more propaganda in Stanistan.
It works and there is a civil war. Nations get suspicious of Vazuenoor for spreading the propaganda, but it blames it on USCA-ND.
Countries sanction USCA-ND
because they believed Vazuenoor.
USCA-ND gets poor because of this. Vazuenoor agree with California and Florida to split USCA-ND. However, some is auctioned off to Saudi Arabia. Vazuenoor connects its
territories by making a land bridge.
the Stanistan Civil War is
ended and it is split in two.
Then the north is taken by Vazuenoor. Then countries realize that the culprit was Vazuenoor.
This is the Second Cold War.